Yes, sir. Y'all know what time it is. Back in another episode of the We Here Now podcast. I am your host, whatever you like to call me, Mario the Cameraman, Rio, Little M, Sosa, Big Sosa. As long as you like, comment, and subscribe. We back in another episode. This is episode number 28. I'm feeling too great. Like I went on 2 dates and had 2 steaks and got to man. Look, y'all ain't know I can rap. I do a little something. Get y'all. I'll tweak with y'all real quick. But yeah, sure, back again. This podcast will be dropping late. I do apologize. I just been a little tired. That's no excuse. But like I said, misconsistency in the building. Like I said, I'm dropping a podcast once a week. So this podcast will be dropping on a Friday. Now, don't go ahead and think too deep on it. First, you was dropping on a Monday. Then you was dropping on a Wednesday. And then you drop a couple times on a Thursday. Just bear with me. Don't worry about exactly what day I'm going to drop. Because if you like, comment, you subscribe. Anyways, you have the notification bell turned on. You're going to know when I drop anyway, so it don't matter what day I drop because you're gonna get the alert for it anyway. You see what I'm saying? I'm trying to help y'all so y'all can help me and we can help each other out, man. We a team. I don't know exactly who I'm talking to directly, but if you watching this, we own the same team. It's not like I'm the head coach, y'all the players, and I'm the coach. We all players on the same team, just trying to accomplish the same goal. And what's that same goal? Just to bring a little bit of positivity and a little bit of happiness to your life. Now, if I can do that once a week for the small time that I'm here, you're welcome. And if not, I do apologize. I try my best. But back in another episode, and like we like to do on these episodes, like do a recap of what I got going on. So that's exactly what we gonna do. So it has been interesting work week to say the least. But not in a bad day or not in a bad way. I would say mainly all positive stuff. I've been open with you guys about what's going on with the job that I was at, from that company going out of business to having to go to another company. So I'm in the process of doing that all again, but that's pretty much what I've been at this week. And it's weird because, like I said, I had just started working at a job like back in August, so like, I really haven't been there that long. And then within a matter of 6 months, it went out of business, and I'm pretty much back to like the start. You know what I mean? In a way, because I do not necessarily have a lot of experience at this job, but I do have experience doing a job like this. So it's not necessarily new to me. You just got to get used to, how everybody kind of operates a little bit different. But with that being said, I had to, we had to discuss the pay, where we're going to be at and all that stuff. So, like I said, I've done a job like this before, but not necessarily this job. No, the company I'm at, it is a newer company. So, they're really looking for, experienced people to kind of help them out. And, not to toot my own horn, but like I said, I've done it before. It's not a hard job. You do what you do. You drive, you do that. Boom, you're done. So when we in negotiations, I kind of told you guys about that before. When all the people in my company, we all went down, they went up the following day, and it's like free agency. You talk to these companies, and they kind of pitch their ideas, and then you kind of decide, where to go from there. Now, originally, how I even ended up at this job is because the manager that I was working with, who was my manager before, I only went to that company because I knew her personally. So that's the only reason why I ended up there. So a lot of the people in my job, they went to another company. Like majority of them went there. I was just kind of wait. I was going to try to find something close to my house. I told you guys about dealing with solar and stuff like that. So I just wanted to find, a less stressful route. I told myself after 2 weeks, if, I didn't hear back from, the jobs in Bedford, I would go back to where I was originally at. And that's what I did. Luckily for me, the manager I was working for as well, she hadn't decided where she was going to go either, up until I had talked to her again, and she let me know, like, this is what you're doing. Like, yo, you want to do this, it's up to you. Like, everybody went to Omega. Some people coming here, and then some people going to, different places as well. So, like, all right, cool. Like, I'll definitely, I'll keep that in mind. But, like, I'm all about loyalty, you know what I mean? And, like, when I worked for her, she was always good to me. It's not, like, good, like, she don't expect me to do stuff. Like, I get, like, little special privileges. It's just she acknowledges the type of worker I am. So that's all I really need. I don't need the special privileges or anything like that. Just treat me how you treat everybody else, and that's how she always did. She never made me do something she wouldn't ask anybody else to do. So that's where I got the respect for her. So that's why it made more sense to just go with her. like I was telling you before, I have experience doing the job, but just not specifically at this job. So when I'm, I talk to the owner or whatever, we just chopping up a little bit. He's telling me, okay, where we getting paid? What would you like to get paid? I told him what I was getting paid, and I told him, look, I wasn't used to getting paid that. I was used to getting paid, more than that. But like I said, I've been starting my life back from ground zero, so I don't mind, getting what I've been getting. But when he heard about the experience that I did have, he was like, well, you are experienced. Usually what we do with experienced people, boom, we offer them this. Sold. Like, it was more than what I originally said. See, I try to be on my humble stuff. Like, I'm not really, like, big on, like, money and try to, like, gouge people and try to finesse people. Because, like, at the end of the day, like, my work is going to show for itself. Like, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be consistent. I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do. So at the end of the day, it's like, the money doesn't really matter, because if you are getting paid, a smaller amount, but if you're not showing up anyways, it's not going to add up regardless. So that's how I look at it. I'm consistent anyways. Whatever I'm getting paid is going to be a consistent check. So when they offered me, the extra couple dollars on top of it, I said, I can't turn down that deal. You know what I mean? So that's how I ended up picking my company. Now I'm gonna start there. I'll be back at it next Thursday. Like I said, I had to do some of my onboarding stuff again, including the drug test again. Um, Definitely an interesting visit for sure. At first, when I went there, I thought the lady was very disinterested in her job. She wasn't happy, yada yada yada. But after I'm sitting in the waiting room, I get in there, I get to talking to her, chopping it up and stuff like that. And when you got to take a drug test, like, it's weird because, like, if I literally just had to pee like a little bit right now, I can literally get up, go pee, and fill up enough cup to pass my drug test. But it's like when you got to take a drug test, it's almost like you get like stage fright or something like that. Like, so what I always do, what most people probably do as well before you take a drug test, make sure you get some fluids in you, some water, some beverage. You just want to get something flowing through your bodies just so you can do your business. So that's what I did. I drank my water like I always drink. Man, what up? Hold on, y'all. Oh, oh. That wasn't a fake drink either. That was real. But, I say, you know, um, with my water. And then, like I've been telling you guys about my little coffee kick, my Dunkin' Donuts, my French vanilla sweet. I got the sugar, and then I let a cinnamon when I get back to the cribbo. So I'm having that. So before I get there, I'm even there a little bit early. I'm just getting my fluids and giving my fluids in me. Sure enough, when it's time to, do the business, I'm having a hard time when I first was in the waiting room. But when I start to walk in, she starts talking to me, I start to flow a little bit. The only problem is, I told y'all I just had some coffee. Now, most of y'all that drink coffee, you already know what I'm about to say. Yeah, and it's hard to do one without doing the other. So it's like I only need one, but one comes with two. See what I one comes with, that was smooth, but one comes with two. So I'm in there, and you gotta crunch your cheeks a little bit, so don't let anything loose. Keep in mind, I'm not sitting down. Man, I stand up when I pee most of the time, but I'm saying no. So like, I got this little issue going on. It's like, man, if I start to pee and then I got a little urina, it's gonna be an issue. So sure enough, um, walk in the room, about to do my thing, and the one thing she tried to give me like a little bit of encouragement, talking about shaking till you get it all out. Well, that's some freaky stuff to say from the person that's supposed to be handling my urine, but I think the motivation might have helped a little bit, just enough to you just got a little and you're done. But all good. Uh, I don't know if I passed, but usually for my job, they don't test for a certain they don't test for a certain thing. Let me just clarify. They don't test for THC, so but I don't really have to worry about dealing with. But all in all, it was all good. Moving on to my other job. Boom, the transportation job. So I've only been there about a month and a half. I talked about that. Got our bonuses, even though I haven't even been there long enough. But it was just a sign of good faith, if you would. Same thing like with the other job. I had the experience. just on good faith, he's willing to start me at a higher pay than what he would normally start people at. So same situation at the transportation job. So once again, not a hard job. Picking up kids, autistic kids, some kids with behavior problems. But like I said, it's not a bad job. If you're good with people just in general, I mean, you can kind of deal with kids as well. Don't take a lot of things to heart. Don't take it personal. They just be saying stuff sometimes. But I'm starting to get a flow in it, getting my normal route. I got the same kids. Before, they kind of would talk, but not so much. Now, when they see me, they're a little bit more excited to see me, tell me about school, tell me what they got going on, and ask me questions, stuff like that. So, like me personally, I like being in the field. In the field, I like being around the people. I don't like just being in the office. So that is the dilemma I'm having now. I don't want to say it's a dilemma. It's always a good thing when somebody wants to promote you to a higher paying position. But like I said, I just started. I've only been there for a month and a half, and I like being in the field. So my manager, he came to me with an idea. Just impressed about the work that I've been doing so far, that he maybe wanted to, move me into a different position where I wouldn't have to be out on the road as long, and I'd be able to be back in the station a little bit more. So, what does this mean for me? Now, this one thing about me personally. Obviously, this is good news. You know what I mean. But I'm always the type of person, like, I do feel bad because I feel like they are counting on me for a specific reason because they know I can do the job. And keep in mind, I'm the youngest. I'm the second youngest person there. So it's like give me a lot of responsibility, but not anything I can't handle because I've been a manager before. So like I said, I can definitely deal with it. I just don't know if this is something that I want to do. But my transportation job is willing to match the offer from my other job. So instead of doing that job, I would just be doing the transportation job Monday through Friday, and they would match the pay. Now it's just a lot of things I got to look over because obviously benefit wise, it would make a lot of sense, if they can match because obviously it's closer. It's just a lot of things that would make more sense. But me personally, like I like being, like I said, I like being in the field. I like being by myself. Doing my job. Don't have to worry about breathing down my back. Hey, did you do that? Hey, can you do that right there? Hey, can you do that when you already doing something? I don't like that. So that's why I like being in the the vehicle, what I do, and doing it by myself. But I got the weekend to think about it. I'm gonna come back and talk to him, either Monday or Tuesday with the numbers, and then see if we can see if we can try to make this make sense. So, like I said, I haven't made a decision, but that'll be something that I'll be thinking about this weekend. So I'm just praying on it and just take it from there. But enough to rap about the work week. I was outside a little bit. I ain't gonna lie to you. I got two situations where I was actually outside. One is family oriented. The other one is we gonna get to that. But first, I went bowling with the family. Now, I think I might have mentioned this when I was younger. A lot of people is like, I don't know. You guys might go to like Burbank or something like that, a little cabin for the vacation. For us, it was me and a lot of my cousins as well. Like what we would do like on the weekends, it was pretty much like we would go like bowling, movie theaters, or roller skating. You know what I mean? So that was just always what we done. Something that's just been instilled with us, is not super expensive doing. It's always a good time. A little competitive. Everybody in my family is pretty competitive for the most part. So it always makes for a good time, good jokes and stuff like that. Um, my mom, she actually bowls, weekly. Like she bowls in the league. Like she's been doing this for years now. So my mom is actually pretty good at bowling. And when we went bowling, it was the first game. Me and my mom actually tied. We both for 130. I choked about the last. Only had it was 130 to 130. I had the last bowl of the frame. Boom! I missed about one pin. I didn't end up being there. The next round, she beat me again. Third round, I finally beat her. And I'll be honest, that's all I was really worried about. Like I said, we competitive, but like that's my mom at the same time. So it's like that's definitely where I get it from. You know what I mean? It's just the fact that she does it every week. So even then, it's like she kind of got one up on me, low key. You know what I mean? So it was definitely fun just going, back and forth with my mom. It was me, my mom, my stepdad, my cousin, both my uncles, and then my auntie won as well. I said all this to let you know that it was just me and my mom competing. Everybody was pretty much just just there for the show, you know. But like I said, I think that just came from us bowling when we were younger, and cause like if I go bowling with anybody, like I'm not gonna be the best, but I'm not gonna be the worst. You know what I mean? And the thing with me with bowling, I just get tired of bowling. Like after 2 games, I'll be done. Like my fingers be hurting. I'm tired of repetitiveness. And then especially if you go with your friends, like y'all drinking and doing it or whatever the case may be, it's like okay, this person up. It's like yo, where's Smeagol at? It's like, oh, he at the bar. And I'm like, man. So 10 minutes later, finally Smeagol come by. He ball. Where's Smitty go? Now he in the bathroom. So it's like when you got a situation like that where it's like start, stop, that makes it very boring. It's like I'm just sitting here. I've been sitting here for 10 minutes. I don't even feel like getting up no more. So luckily with that, when I went bowling with the family, it wasn't like that. It was very like rapid. Like you bowl twice on one side and then twice on the other side, and then it just keeps rotating like that. So all in all, that was definitely fun. Um, Definitely nice to get out with the family, and I think I've definitely mentioned that before. Like that's why when I say I went outside, I gotta let y'all know because I really don't be outside like that at all. For like I'm in the house, I'm with the pooch, I'm chilling, I'm minding my business, you know. But um, so after we end up, doing the bowling, um we ended up going to eat. It's this place called My Friends. If you're in Cleveland, it's on the west side. It's spot is open 24/7. I'm just fairly newly hip to it. But boom, pull up to My Friends. As soon as we get in, it's a boom. Now keep in mind, I don't even know what's going on. Like everybody in the car heard like, oh, like what was that? What was that? And like, I don't know. I'm not even paying attention. So we got out the car and like I'm walking to the restaurant. Boom, bust that Louis. They busted Roger. I'm trying to see what's going on. So I guess what they heard was obviously now you guys know it was a car accident right there at the intersection. So there's 3 cars involved. One car he got hit, so he's out of the car, whatever the case may be. It's another car like all the way in the front, and then there's a second car as well. Now the first car is the reason like all this ended up happening. She hit the car and then she bumped to the other car. So the car that's outside the car, he just got tapped a little bit, but he said like, man, I'm not about to like, yeah, go ahead and run that too. So while you trying to do that, he out the car. The girl who caused the accident, she's still driving. Now keep in mind, she just got into an accident. It's a lady following her who she had hit as well. She honking the horn, and the lady's still driving, not trying to take no accountability, just looking with a straight face, looking forward. But keep in mind, she just got into an accident, so she going like 5 miles per hour. You feel me? Smoke coming all out of the car, and she's still trying to drive. And this lady just tell her, like I said, we not gonna sit here and watch all this unfold because, like I said, we going to the restaurant. It's cold outside. Like we cool, you know what I mean? But it was just interesting. I don't even want to say it's interesting. It's just a very typical, you know what I mean? Like somebody not want to take accountability. Like ideally you don't want to get into a car accident. Like whether it's embarrassing, you don't want to pay the money or whatever the case may be. But like you can't pull off on somebody. You hit them. You didn't hit a parked car. You hit a moving car and then just try to get off on them. You know what I mean? Like that's not right. And sure enough, like I said, the car was driving. The lady is honking the horn, like following this lady who had hit everybody. The lady is going so slow. She literally could have got out of her car, is walked up to her. They're like, "Hey, hey, like, come on, get out the car. Like, you're trying to make a run." But it's like the extent that people go to not take accountability is crazy. And we're gonna get back to that about the accountability back later. But just remember that people don't like taking accountability for stuff. And next, what happened? That's in that story. Boom, moving on. Yesterday, it's a spot called the Haunted Restaurant. So, my friend works there. Yo, what you doing? Yada, yada, yada. Small talk, boom. Pull up. So I end up pulling up. It's right down the street. It's in Cleveland Heights, so not a bad drive at all. Now, I've heard about this place before, but like, this is the first time I had actually been there. So like the whole theme of this place is obviously you hear the Haunted Restaurant, so it's like it's it's like all Halloween themed from like Freddy Krueger, Jason Voorhees, all this stuff. Like it's completely themed like Halloween restaurant, like super dope atmosphere. I mean the decoration, everything was crazy. They got like these little like something blood or something poison. You put the little dry ice in there, and then you get like the little smoking like you see on like the cemetery in the cartoons. So they definitely go above and beyond when it comes to like creating that dope experience. One thing I will say though, Um, eating food, while watching like, because keep in mind, like, they got the games going on, but like it's I'm trying to say Halloween. It's Halloween theme. So they have a TV in the middle as well, and it just constantly is showing like scary movies. So it's Freddy versus or not Freddy versus James, but Nightmare on Elm Street. And I'm trying to eat my greens and my fried Brussels sprouts, and I just gotta see Freddy Krueger catching the body. Now, great thing, but I don't know if I really want to be eating while watching. Not granted, it's a scary movie, so it's a bunch of fake blood, and it's like this is the older version too, like the one that came out in like the '70s or the '80s, so it don't look nearly as realistic as it would today. But still, I don't want to be seeing all that gore while I'm trying to eat. You know what I mean? But all in all, it was cool. Like I said, I went there to see my friend. So I'm there. So I've been there probably like an hour. And keep in mind, like I'm sitting at the bar, but like I'm not drinking. Like I said, like my friend worked. I just came to chop it up. I got like I said, I got me some fried Brussels sprouts and some greens. Don't nobody get that as a main course. That's just like some little nibble food. You feel me? That's exactly what I was doing. So God pulls up. They close at 8. Dude pulls up at like, bro. I'm saying it's like 7:50. You know what I mean? Like mad close to like closing. So he comes. He's not rude or anything. Like he had probably just got off work, something like that. But he's having a conversation. With my friend. And he's just talking about yada yada yada. Like I don't really drink like that and all that other stuff. But like like as a man, like you be noticing stuff like that. Like he kind of came in, he was trying to stir up a conversation. But like I honestly think he might have been a regular because when he had pulled up, she had pulled up and got the drink from him. Like she already knew what he was gonna drink. So maybe it was just that, you know what I mean. But keep in mind, he pulled up 10 minutes before they closed. Already kind of like this guy, you know what I mean. Put up 10 minutes before they close. And, he just having small conversation, talking about like he doesn't drink stuff like that. Now me, I'm not even really in the conversation, but it's just like I ad lib a little bit. Like he talking about he don't drink, and I'm the same way. Like I'm sitting at the bar, but I'm not drinking. I got a ginger ale in my water. You feel me? So like I feel it. I ad lib a little bit. But I feel that. Keep it at that. I'm not trying to strike conversation up with you. Just like you had said something that I agree with. So I ad lib to let you know, hey, what you just said, I agree with. That's all I was saying. I'm not trying to strike up a conversation with you. So sure enough, my friend, me and her, we get to chopping up. She's going, like I said, she's working. She's going to do her job, whatever the case may be. Now, the dude, he's talking to me. What did he ask me about? He asked me about like something random before. And like I said, like I'm not like go to the bar and like have strike up a whole conversation. But like I'm cordial, so I'm keeping it short. But like I don't really have nothing to say. And at the same time, like I see him, he kind of like staring at the home or staring at my friend. So it's kind of like, I already know what you want. You know what I mean? What you want ain't on the menu, my boy. So you can go ahead, hint. But I see him looking. And then, like when you see somebody looking at you, like out the periphery of your eyes. So keep in mind, I'm watching a women's basketball game. Shout out to Carolina or put that L on LSU. But I'm watching the game, but like I can see him out the corner of my eye. He's not like staring, but like every so often, like he'll take like a little look over. I look over. I'm like, okay, like what is buddy? But I'm not gonna say nothing because, like I said, I don't care. I wasn't trying to have a conversation with you. I don't care what you got going on there. I just tagged on and boom, that was it. But sure enough, dude gonna ask me, oh, so what you doing up here? Looking like, what do you mean, like what I'm doing up here? Because first of all, I don't even know you like that to be asking me what I'm doing here. Like that's such a dumb question. Like first of all, you don't know me. You're asking me what am I doing here? Well, I'm at a restaurant. Put two and two together. You could probably imagine what I'm doing. You know what I mean? And I told you guys, he got there close to close time. I had already got my fried Brussels sprouts and my greens, so my food is right there. You feel me? And like he asked me about what I'm doing here. So it's like I didn't already put it together. Like oh, like he trying to bag. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm not really tripping about that, but it's like bro, don't ask me no question trying to get like some information. Like if you want to shoot your shot at my friend, like go ahead shoot your shot at my friend. I'm not gonna stop you. You feel me? Um, but and so it turns out I end up leaving. All right, shorty, I'm out of here. Boom, hug, I'm out of here. But I guess when I left, she had told me that dude end up he had asked her like, oh, like, is that your fiance? Bro, why are you in so much competition with me? I don't even know you. That ain't none of your business. That ain't nobody's business but the people that you asking about. And I'm not even saying like that is my fiance or that's my girlfriend, but at the end of the day, it's like, bro, why is you worried about it? You know what I mean? First of all, you ask what I'm doing here. Then you ask, is that your fiance? She don't even got no ring on her finger, you know what I mean? So you could have put two and two together, you know what I mean? But just a little interesting situation about, cool little spot to go see my friend, but about men not, minding their business. You know what I mean? Like, if you liked her and you wanted to speak game with her, like, you could have done exactly that. Like, I wasn't stopping you. Like, even when y'all was talking, I wasn't just like looking like just staring. It's like, bro, I assume you here the same reason I'm here. We here to have a good time, have some food. Well, I don't think we both here for the same thing, but it's like, for the most part, we are. But I thought that was a wee bit odd. But we're gonna go to a commercial break, and then we go back. We're gonna get into some of these mainstream, hot stream, hot link, hot sausage topics. You did. All right, now to the mainstream stuff. Back from this commercial break. Um, Moving on, but this is something I talked about. I talked about this last week. Okay, the Stanley Cups. Now, clearly, obviously, evidently, y'all still not learning y'all lesson. Now, I was a woman a couple days ago. She was arrested for stealing $2,500 worth of Stanley Cups. Okay. Okay, we talked about the Stanley Cups. I talked about what you can get for the price. 64 ounces. This, look, I don't know if y'all can see that, but go ahead. If you got to zoom in one of them things or you got a little whatever, zoom in. 64 ounces. $20. For $20, I can have about, I'm not that good at math, but 20 out of $100 for 2,500. That's a lot of cups. Okay. Now, I'll say all that to say, I knew this was going to be an issue. When I saw people jumping over the Starbucks counters and doing all this, first of all, they can have nothing like this at Popeyes. Popeyes, they get cracked. Look, try jumping over the counters at Popeyes. I guarantee you can get whatever you ask for. And that's what the most surprising part when I saw people doing that at Starbucks, because people just letting them do it. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, I don't know what to do. But I'm a bet off because obviously the Starbucks employees don't get paid enough to be trying to be security as well. But Popeyes employees, they'll fight just for the fun. Like, man, slow work, man. We ain't got no chicken, man. What's up, man? Get down on you. So I can see why that doesn't happen at something like Popeyes, but the fact that it was happening at Starbucks, okay, it makes sense. But it's probably the smart thing to do. But the fact that this lady has sold all these Stanley Cups, okay, $2,500 worth. Look, just look at what trends are doing to people. You know what I mean? There's no reason to sell that many cups, other than the fact that you're gonna sell them and then sell them. But it's like, I get it. Some people, you want you got the little entrepreneurship in you, you know. But the thing with being an entrepreneur, if you want to have some type of business like savvy, you probably don't want to start with stolen inventory. I, I'm just saying like that. I don't want to tell y'all what to do. By all means, do whatever you want to do. But um, stealing, having stolen inventory as your way to start your business, not a good look. But I tried to tell you guys they're out of control. I tried to tell y'all they was out of control. Did y'all listen? No. Let me take that back. My lovely, positive, smart, intelligent viewers who listen to the podcast, They know y'all ain't get tricked. Y'all wasn't getting finessed for them Stanley Cups. Some of y'all even went and got y'all bubble just like me. I'm sure. But whatever. Hopefully, not hopefully, but yeah, they probably gonna lock her up for life. Not because it was that big of a deal, but to send a message to the rest of y'all. When it comes to these things that are trendy, do not go to jail over something that's gonna be a a thing of the past in a couple weeks. By the time she get out of jail, nobody's gonna care about Stanley Cups anymore. And that's the crazy part about it. It's like you went so crazy because I forgot it, I gotta have it. And then when you get out of jail, like they're not even gonna be hot no more. You know what I mean? So I mean, do what you want with that information, but let's be smarter out here, people. Let's not fall into these trends. Let's have our own mindset. Let's get out of that group thinking and just like what you like. Don't wait for TikTok to make it hot for y'all to want to go crazy over it. Now, moving on to some of the mainstream stuff. Now, there's been uh hey. Oh boy, see, they be trying to throw me off. I'm doing my thing because they know I'm doing my podcast. So like, man, what you cannot, man. I was just thinking, man. No, boy, get on out of here. But okay, moving on. Man, this almost turned into like the academics reaction page. Cause I feel like every week is something talking about academia, but um. This is actually warranted because there's been a lot of stuff going on, and they're really trying to dethrone act specific people and then people just in general. Now we're gonna start with the Whack 100 and the Adam 22. They have the Adam 22 and Whack 100 show they've been doing, stirring up a lot of controversy because Whack just in general is a controversial person. Whack definitely will grow on you, and then he'll make you kind of feel some type of way about it. I think Whack, for the most part, he does mean well, but at the same time, he's very strategic and he's very good a marketer. The problem with that is sometimes if you're so strategic and you're just trying to market, I think the people that you're doing that to, they need to be let in on that situation. Now, him and academics have a good relationship on that show. Whack 100 with Whack 100 and Adam 22. Whack was just speaking about things that wasn't necessarily confirmed or maybe conversations that they had with Act and then kind of expose them. Act's person is very hard to expose him just in general because he's very upfront about what he has going on. So with that being said, he's not really the one to hide from anything. The problem is, Ack and Whack are actually supposed to be, on good terms. But when the stuff happened with Ack and his ex girlfriend, him stealing the money, and then her leaking his private pictures to, you know, Whack was on that, and then Adam, and then Troy, having a couple other media people on it as well. Whack still, he's still engaged in the conversation. Where Adam wasn't being like as flattering, and Adam and Act, they also have a weird relationship as well. As like they're cool and not cool, and they're cool and they're not cool. So Adam on the show, he's trying to downplay what he was actually speaking about academics, but in reality, when Adam had sent him to Whack, Whack ended up playing on the podcast, and it really showed Adam's true colors, how he really felt about the picture. Which Adam has this thing of doing is like he said something kind of crazy, and then he tries to pull it back like it wasn't that serious. So academics really wasn't feeling that, and it's kind of caused like a rift between them. Okay, now I see how this to say this is gonna set up the next thing I'm about to say. The Little Boom situation. Now, Adam 22 was like the first person to post about the Little Boom situation, and in an attempt, I believe, to discredit Act. Adam was well aware of who Little Boom was to academics, so when he found the information, him posting it on his story, I mean, it's pretty clear what he was trying to do. Now, Adam would deny it, but if you have eyes, you can probably see it. Just like if okay, I'll just talk to you, whoever you is. Okay, so if me and you have an issue, right? I said I got my man. I got my man Stan. This is my man. We go everywhere together. We locked in like this. Now, say you know some information about Stan. Stan cheated on his girlfriend. I I won't deal with any type of disrespectful friends like that. If you're cheating on your girlfriend, see you later. I don't want to be friends with you. Okay, put it like this. Me and you, we got beef. Boom. Stan, my man cheating on his girlfriend. If you were to post something about Stan and not post it about me, that's essentially the same thing because this is really my man. You know, if you say something about him, I'm gonna have a problem with it. You know, but it can be like one of the things like, oh well, no, that would just it had to be done. It's not right if you cheat on your girl, but it's like at the end of the day, it's none of your business to expose my man. You only did that to make me look bad. So that's why I think the Little Boom in the academic situation was. Now I'm gonna get into the Little Boom Walmart situation. A lot of you probably heard of it. A lot of you probably didn't. But Little Boom, the person at in question was in Walmart doing some freaky ish. Now, when I say freaky, just very odd. He was charged with battery on these two girls. Pretty much he's in a Walmart. Um, I don't even know if I want to talk about this because YouTube is so like funny about when I talk about stuff like this. But I just want y'all to do this. Go look at the Little Boom Walmart situation and then fill in the blank. And I'm gonna just try to cover it as best as I can. So pretty much he was in the Walmart, almost like stalking people in like a creepy way, you know. So like it was a situation. Boom, he's in the produce. There's a girl right there. He walks by. He turns to grab at the vegetables, puts it down, backs away while the girl is still standing there, goes up close again. The girl walks away towards her family, and then he walks that way as well. Boom, and he extends his hand out and hits her around the side, thigh, elbow region. In that area, that's where he touched her. Now, some people would say, okay, maybe he was trying to get by, yada, yada, yada. But y'all gonna need to watch the footage to get like a clear analysis of what exactly was going on. To me, I'm just gonna end it right here. Oh no, I lied. I'm not gonna end it right here. What I will say is, he tried to say that he was in a white area and he's black, like they treat him funny like this. But when you watch a video like that, um, white or black, that's just like it's like kind of creepy to me because if somebody's standing there and then you walk by, you're looking at the vegetables right next to him, and then you back up about 5-10 feet, you're still looking at the vegetables, and then you walk back up to the vegetable where that girl is still standing at, and then when she walks away, you walk away. Coincidence? I mean, that's the coincidence of the century. If that was just a coincidence, because it looks definitely playing like he was really like creeping and stalking. Another situation. I don't know if it's the same day or different. No, I'm pretty sure it was the same day. But he goes to the cosmetic aisle, claims he's buying gifts for his little sister's birthday party, whatever. It's a girl that's standing in the aisle. Now keep in mind, like y'all been in Walmart aisles, it's pretty good. Like the end aisle, not the side aisle. So you got the aisles that go up and down, and then you got the one long aisle. So like they're on the long aisle. So like it's plenty of space to get by. And like he walks past the girl, and kind of like brushes against her as he walks by. Girl doesn't say anything. He walks by again, brush. Then he's standing like behind her with his phone, right? So he's got the phone and like if you see this on camera, like it looks wild. Like you just kind of like brush past the girl once, you brush past her again, and then you step back and you're kind of like got the phone low and you're just kind of obviously taking pictures. Now it was a good Samaritan I was watching, trying to figure out what was going on, kind of look odd. When she sees Little Boom taking the pictures, the lady with the shopping cart, she literally parks right in front of the girls' back region area. Oh, she parked behind the buns. Okay, she parked the Toyota behind the buns because she saw what was going on. When that happened, then he leaves. Come on, man! Like y'all not even watching the video, and as I explained to you, it sounds weird. Like I can't even coincidence out of the window. Like no coincidence on some freak stuff, whatever. Um, ended up being this big thing. He ended up getting on the Discord academic, and they're talking about it. It's like a 4 hour, 4.5 hour stream. But 1090 Jake gets on there as well. But pretty much Lil Boomer just lying about everything. He's saying like, oh, I was in the produce section to get fish. Remember I was saying like when he walked past her, backed up, went for it, and then when she left, he left. That girl, he said he was buying fish. The other girl, we bumps across her and takes his phone out. He said he was buying cosmetics for his little sister. But keep in mind when the lady came and put the Toyota behind the buns, he left. So it's like you didn't have anything in your hand but your phone. So how you saying you shopping for this, shopping for this? So he got an academic stream. And this is before the second video dropping the cosmetic. The first video was the one where he said he was buying fish. That's all academics saw. So Boom is trying to lie and say like, oh, this, that, and oh, because I'm black and all this stuff's like, academics is still like, okay, I'm not gonna put the P word on you, but this looks creepy. Like you the homie, but like at the end of the day, like I'm not gonna say like this doesn't look creepy because it does look creepy. So that's what act was. That was his main point, right? He still denying. They're just trying to break all this down. The next day, the video drops of him in the cosmetic. Acts like, no, I can't. I can't. You sat here and you lied to me for all these hours saying when the video drops, you're saying you're going to sue people for defamation and all this other stuff. But like in reality, like you was really on some weird stuff. And when Academic saw the cosmetic video, he addressed it. It literally brought a tear to his eye because like that's like really his homie. You know what I mean? And honestly, I feel like Ack handled the situation as best as he could because I feel like it's an uncomfortable situation for anybody when you're so close to somebody because at the end of the day, like you never know like what people are actually doing when you're not around. You know what I mean? Like even like right now, your closest friend, your closest best friend, who you spend all the time with, your mom, call him your son or her son, and all that stuff. As close as y'all are, you will never 100% know somebody because for the most part, you don't know 100% about anybody until they get caught doing something. Then they can be like, oh, okay, well he has that. But other than that, like you really don't have no proof. So it's like I feel like Ack was definitely blindsided by this. He was definitely hurt, not thinking that Boom could do something like that, and that's what ended up happening. And not an ideal situation for anybody for obvious reasons. But I think there's just another campaign they're trying to just get on Ack and tear him down, which 100% is not his fault. Like you can't make it seem like like he knew about it, he just didn't say anything. Like very doubtful. When it comes to you know assault and stuff like that, when it comes to like chomos or whatever the case may be, it's like man, nobody has empathy for those type of people. You know what I mean? And it's not to say if where they should be or whatever the case may be, but like yeah, that'll never sit right with me. You know what I mean? And Act, he did what he had to do. Him and Boom aren't cool anymore, and now Boom's trying to take like little shots at Act, but it's like you're taking shots at Act because you don't want to like stand for like the creepy stuff that you're doing. Like whatever the case may be. How would you handle that situation? You really got a homie, and like I said, it's your best friend. Like maybe let's say y'all got matching tattoos together, y'all played sports together, y'all always grew up together, like your families and everybody's family, like y'all all know each other. What if you had a situation like that? What would you do? Everybody's saying the same thing in agreement. Yeah, y'all not rocking with that person no more, no matter how close y'all was. Y'all don't care if y'all born at the same hospital, have been best friends since y'all was in the incubator. Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah, no, we not rocking with it. Everybody gonna say the same thing, and I don't want to trying to downplay or make him look any worse than he already feels. But I mean, he should already know. You definitely should be feeling the effect from this, and hopefully this changes your behavior in the future. Because at the end of the day, like watching that video, I would agree. Like he definitely needs help, and I think it's hard for him to actually admit that he was in the wrong. But like, it's video proof. Like you caught in 4K, my boy. Like you was doing it. Like how you want to handle it. You know what I mean? But moving on. Now, Kyan Anthony, a lot of you, if you guys don't know who that is Carmelo Anthony's son. But he was doing one of those little street interviews, do like a little drip tag and ask you a bunch of questions with like the little roll mic or whatever. But it was a situation like that, and they asked him if him and his dad were both 16, could he beat his dad? And Kyan said, "Yeah, I'm frying my dad." And he was saying that Melo didn't get good until um Mel, Kanye was saying that his dad didn't get good until he was 17. Now, I don't know how true that is, but I brought this up because back when LeVar and all this was going crazy about him having the confidence in his son and stuff like that, um, Kanye just has that from his father as well. Like he puts in the work and he feel like he could have beat his dad when he was 16. Now, some people know Mel would be like, that's so disrespectful to say that you can beat your daddy. Like your daddy was really cold out here, but it's like that's the mindset that you gotta have. You know what I mean? Like you truly believe like full heartedly like that should be your answer every time. And that's what LeVar was doing with his kids, with LaMelo, Alonzo, and Jello, and all those guys. When he was saying like, "Oh, my son better than this person, my son better than this person," putting a target on their back. No, like you should want to be great. You know what I mean? You should want to be tested. And I don't know any. I mean, personally, I don't know any black parents who's really showing like any signs of weakness when it comes to stuff like that. Like my pops probably hasn't picked up a basketball. Probably like I don't know. I doubt it's been recently. If I call him right now, actually being 1-on-1, he's gonna say yes without a doubt, and as he should. You know what I mean? Because maybe that's where I get like the unreal confidence I have in whatever I do. Like I'm gonna be good at it. It's not even like I'm gonna be better than everybody. It's just like I know what I'm capable of. If I set my mind on something, if I focus on something, I can be good at it. And I think that's the mindset that Kyan has now. And I don't know if he'll be better than his dad, but I mean, his mindset is already on the right path. Because I mean, you're the son of an NBA star. You're gonna be getting compared to your dad all the time. So it's time for you to make a name for yourself. You know, shout out to him. Now, before we get out of here, you know, like do a segment of things I care briefly about. I wish I could get like a little song so I do things I care briefly about. Just put in music like a little game show, like something like that, man. If y'all got beats for your boy for when I do the segment, tap in with your boy. Let me know. Uh, but first, we got the tight end for the Miami Hurricanes returning for his ninth season of college football. They was going crazy on him on social media. Like, bro, go start a family. Because, okay, let's think. Non-season, you get to college. Let's say you get to college when you're 18. So, 29 still in college. That's crazy. And the gap between you and, like, the rest of the kids you're going to school with, it's just constantly getting big. Now, granted, everybody's legal, so it's not really a problem. But, like, I don't know. Whatever. And I think he does have kids. I think he has like 2 or 3 kids or something like that. I was like, man, just go be a father, man. Like, that's the definition of like ball is life. But like, okay, ball is life should stop when you have like kids or children or other obligations. You know, like ball is life cannot be your main priority if you still got kids in the family. Like you still in college. It's not like you in the league making money. Like you probably got the NIL deals now, but it's like, come on, bro, I get it, but you got to let that issue go. Mm. Blueface is in jail again. Man, he said it's cracking. He said he's on the main line. It's going crazy. I don't know how much of that is actually cap or actually real, but I would assume he just putting it on the front. But Krishan was on stage talking about, you know, free my daddy, I love you and all that type. I can't get enough of those two. Actually, I can't get too much of those two. For me, I rock with Blueface more than I rock Krishan. I feel like Krishan is just no, just a loud mouth, just I don't know. I feel like she's bringing like too much stress into his life. But whatever. O Block 6, they got sentenced for the slaying of FBG Duck. I think that was like one of the like worst kept secrets. I feel like everybody had an idea of what was going on. If you know what's going on, I don't know. Just listen to any of King Bom's songs or any of Dirk's songs or any of Moowop songs when they talking about you know putting money on somebody's head and you know. But whatever, they got caught up. Um, yeah, usually people like to say when people get sentenced, free the guys. I don't know those guys. I don't wish jail on anybody unless you're falling into a trend and you're stealing, you know, I don't know, Stanley Cups. You want to be a Kia boy. You stealing cars because it's hot. If you're doing anything trending, you might need to go to jail for some time to really learn the lesson because you're so worried about missing out on stuff. When you're in jail, don't worry. You're going to miss on everything that's going on the outside. Don't even trip. The guy at the Baltimore Ravens game went viral for looking like Martin Luther King Jr. Meanwhile, Martin Luther King's actual son, Dexter King, died of cancer at 62. Rest in peace to MLK Jr. and then MLK Jr. Jr. Is it? Would he be the third or whatever? Man, recipes to that man. Cancer. Man, I ain't want to talk about that. Like I done lost. Man, it's ugly, and a lot of people catch it. Yeah, I don't even know what to say about that. Um, Now usually I like to end this with a little question. I didn't even do my. I didn't even look through these to find y'all a question. I'll be honest, but honestly, I'll do something for y'all real quick. Y'all had a good weekend though. Y'all good? What y'all got coming up for Valentine's Day? Y'all got one girlfriend. Y'all got three. I ain't gonna. Don't look at me like that. I ain't gonna tell nobody you got more than one girlfriend. But if you need a spot to go, it's a Royalton gift shop. Go holler at my girl Sam Fazio. She'll get you right. Get you little cute little boutique little items and stuff. How you can gift your girl, and your girl gonna be looking at the gifts like, "Oh, baby, you so thoughtful." And you know it come with a thoughtful gift, fellas, because you know we don't get nothing else. It's the same thing we get for our birthday, for Christmas, for Valentine's Day. We getting the same thing. I don't even have to say what it is, but y'all know what it is. Do what you want with that information. I think I did that. Um, I'll just say this one. I mean, not really a go on, but like I said, I like to say true to my word and say I'm gonna do what I say I'm gonna do. So this is easy. It said, would you rather be drunk 24/7 or never be drunk again? A lot of you guys have probably already been paying attention to by somewhat of sobriety when it comes to alcohol. I don't really drink, obviously. So if I had to pick between, even feels like, oh, get drunk once a week or never be drunk, I'm definitely taking never drunk. I've been I've gone a long time without drinking, not being like a common thing. So it's just one of those things I don't even think about it anymore. I go to the bar and it's like, oh, would you like something to drink? Like it's almost like laughable to me. You know what I mean? Because like that thought process doesn't even cross. It's like asking a 12-year-old if he wants to drink. Obviously, he don't want no drink, so that's how I be feeling. You know what I mean? I don't want no drink. Give me a ginger ale. Call it a day. But this has been another. Oh my goodness. This has been another delicious, fantastic, uncanny, unfiltered episode of the We Here Now podcast. I thank you guys for tuning in. If you are a new viewer, hopefully you'll be back. If you've been here before, shout out to you. We rocking. Yes, sir.